Welcome to GoodWorks. I'm your host, Rahman Khan. Thanks for joining us. Now, today's Corporate Spotlight features the law firm of Austin & Bird. Now, giving back to the community has been a cornerstone of this firm since its founding back in 1893. Now, Austin & Bird emphasizes the importance of serving both their profession and their community and has created policies that support these goals. It's my pleasure to introduce the partner and pro bono committee chair at Austin & Bird, Rick McDermott. Rick, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. Now, before we get started, we went out to your office. We talked to some of your folks out there, and they gave us some great feedback. So let's take a look at this video real quick.
Okay.
Since its founding in the 1800s, Austin & Bird and its lawyers always wanted to make sure that it gave back to the community. It's one of its cornerstone traditions, if you will, and I think lawyers really enjoy that, and lawyers in the office here in Charlotte and throughout the nation have really enjoyed that because it's a break from their private practice, and it really gives them a sense of fulfillment and helping others who really need it.
For Austin Bird, pro bono really is part of the culture, and it's encouraged not only with the lawyers but with the staff and the firm as a community cross office. For example, the staff members, they each get a day or 2 days off to participate in community service activities which go towards their workable hours. The attorneys also, similarly, while they're not required to do it, they do get credit for their billable hours in their pro bono activities throughout the year.
Austin & Bird's commitment to pro bono services was actually one of the reasons that I chose to come to this firm. Not only are they then giving back to the community, but they have lawyers working for them who are fulfilled on a variety of levels. You know, I have the big firm experience and I have the big firm clients, and I also have this personal fulfillment of being able to affect people's lives on an individual basis. So it's an amazing balance.
They recognize the importance of employees having a stake in the community. So they allow us 15 hours to go out and work in whatever passion we have in the community. And it's great. And it's good to know that your employer supports you, you know, not only as an employee, but as a citizen, you know, of the city of Charlotte.
Personally, I'm involved at the Urban Restoration, which is a ministry in West Charlotte that provides groceries, clothing, youth group activities that really help keep the kids off the streets. My favorite part of it is the Saturday Morning Kids Club, where we get the opportunity to just pretty much have Sunday school with the children and play and sing and dance, and hopefully they will have a great week because they've had someone who will love on them and hug them and show them that they are cared for and they are worth something and that they do have a huge value in our society.
Austin & Bird considers itself not only part of the legal and business community, but also part of the greater social and literal community, and for that reason I think the firm really wants to go above and beyond and provide not only traditional legal services, but also be able to go and do things and help those less fortunate in the local community, in the regional community, and also in many instances in the national community.
That's really a great piece, man. You guys are doing some great things out there, as we heard in the video. Now you're part of this pro bono committee that helps go out and do some of these things in the community. Tell us about how that happened and how you got started with this.
Sure. I've been involved with the pro bono efforts for a number of years, both personally getting involved in some of the pro bono legal work that we do, but also getting involved with some of the community service activities that we do as well. Yeah. And it's really the purpose of the pro bono committee to get out there and encourage our lawyers and our staff to get involved, but then also to provide them the resources to be able to do that.
Yeah. What kind of resources do y'all need? I mean, what do you need to actually go out there?
A lot of times for example, the pro bono legal side, sometimes we need training. For example, this might not be the type of legal work that our lawyers do on a regular basis. Sure. And so we provide the training for our lawyers to be able to get out there and do these things. We also provide funding for them. So for example, some of the community service activities that they might get involved in, there might be some funding requirements, and we provide that funding as well. And really just support in terms of giving them the opportunities, letting them know about them, and then encouraging them to get involved.
How many folks do you have over at the firm there?
We have, here in Charlotte, we have about 120 lawyers and then about 100 staff as well. Okay. And our committee is responsible really for encouraging all of those people to get involved in the community.
So you have a lot of folks out there going out to charities, doing different works. What kind of things are they doing, and what kind of charities are they looking at?
Our charities really range. They're as varied as the people that we have working in our office. And really we encourage people to get involved in whatever they feel is what they want to get involved in. So it could vary from pro bono legal efforts, helping people who need legal work but can't afford it, but also helping local pro bono nonprofit organizations, for instance, who might need legal work.
For example?
It could be, for example, I've been involved with the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Our office is heavily involved with the Habitat for Humanity organization. We've also been involved in some of the efforts, for example, after Katrina with the American Red Cross, Salvation Army.
You guys are busy.
Yeah, we really keep busy, and it's stuff that we stay involved in on a regular basis, but then also if there are tragedies like Katrina, we get involved in those instances as well.
Yeah, on this show, we talk to folks about going out there and doing those good works out there, and really what inspires them to go out there and do that. I mean, you guys are, I'm sure, doing pretty well. I mean, you don't have to go out there and provide these kinds of services. What drives you to do this kind of thing?
I think for most people what it is we've been given, talents and qualities and education, and it's really about taking those talents and taking that education and using it for people who might not be able to do these things on their own. And so we, on a regular basis, we do our legal work for our clients, and that's great. But really, there are a lot of people out there who could use our help, and so we put our talents and our education towards those things.
It has to be really a commitment from the top to do that.
It really is, and I think it's not only part of our culture that we feel that, but it's really a part of everybody who's there. A lot of the individuals feel that need to get out there and help the community.
One of the most exciting things I heard that you guys do is you all allow your folks to go out there, paid time off. I mean, lawyers aren't cheap, so you get paid time off to go out there and really volunteer. I mean, how does this come about?
That's right. We started this project several years ago where we were encouraging our staff and our lawyers to get involved in the community. And one of the things we decided to do to encourage them is to give them paid time off to be able to do that. And so we give 15 hours of paid time off every year to allow our staff to get involved in whatever efforts they feel they want to get involved in the community.
A real commitment towards that, I'm sure, and I'm sure they appreciate that service you're providing.
It's definitely something that we feel is part of our culture that we want to encourage, and from a staff's perspective, from an employee's perspective, it's really important for them as well.
Well, what's up next? Where do you go from here in terms of giving? I mean, how do you top that?
There's always a new project to come up, and we're always looking at new policies as well to try to encourage people to get involved. And so I'm sure there'll be something new on the horizon as soon as I get back to the office today.
Yeah. Well, Rick, congratulations on what you do, man.
Thank you very much.
You're putting a challenge out there, so some of the other law firms now, they're going to have to go out there and do the same thing.
I think it's a great challenge. We should all be more involved.
All right, Rick. We appreciate it, man.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, don't go away, folks. We'll talk with my man, Mike Mensah, former Carolina Panther, when Good Works continues. Stay right with us.